Dear students, our last video and set we were basically discussing the immunology, and in that I have told you what does immune system mean. Then we discussed some cells. Then we were basically discussing the process of phagocytosis. So I will here like to first end that process called as the phagocytosis. Later on we will discuss what does immunity mean, what are the types of immunity. Now, what does phagocytosis mean? Phagocytosis is basically a process in which the engulfment and destruction of foreign substances takes place. Those foreign substances are basically called antigens. First point. Number second point, this process, phagocytosis is basically a process of endocytosis, which is basically performed by these special types of cells called as a phagocytes. And phagocytes, for example, it includes these important cells called as the macrophages. It includes, for example, neutrophils. It includes these dendritic cells. It also includes what we call the natural killer cells. Okay, now. So now let us see how this mechanism basically operates. One is the antigen crosses the first line of defense. If this is suppose antigen, it has crossed the first line of defense, that is basically called the SIKIN. SIKIN is called the first line of defense, and this phagocytosis is normally called the second line of defense. Now, once it has crossed and it enters into the bloodstream. In the blood, this special type of the cell, for example, we will take in one important cell called as a macrophage. This macrophage is also called as a antigen presenting cell. It is also called the antigen presenting cell. Later on we will discuss why it is called antigen presenting cell, because it is a cell that presents the antigen to either the TC cells or to the T helper cells. Later on we will discuss. So this is also called as the amoeboid. It is also called as the amoeboid wandering cell. Why? Because it wanders just like the amoeba, and amoeba has got those locomotory organs called as the pseudopodia. Pseudopodia are the locomotory organs in the amoeba, by which they are able to move from one place to another place. So same is the case. So once the antigen enters the blood by crossing the first line of defense called the SIKIN, and there is activation of macrophage. So for example, if this is the cell, if this is the macrophage, suppose here it is antigen. Now they have extended these finger like positions called as a pseudopodia. One is the antigen is captured, this antigen basically binds with this important structure called as a vacuole, and this structure is now called a phagosome. इस वाले स्ट्रक्चर को हम बोलते हैं phagosome. So one is the phagosome is formed. It later on binds with, I will write here plus, it binds with this very important structure called as a lysosome. Lysosome is basically a cell organelle that is also called the suicidal bag of the cell, because it is loaded with different types of hydrolytic enzymes. So now this structure, that means the structure that is formed by the association of this phagosome plus the lysosome, this structure is called a phagolysosome. This is called a phagolysosome. So one is the phagolysosome is formed. The phagolysosome is formed. Now two important processes will operate, and they will help in degradation of this antigen into the different fragments. For example, this will be degraded into the different fragments. I will mark, for example, these fragments. Now so two processes are responsible. Number one is called oxygen dependent mechanism. And second is called oxygen independent mechanism. Let us first talk about this oxygen dependent mechanism. During this process, what happens basically, an important process takes place called as a respiratory burst. Respiratory burst occurs. What does that mean? That means increase in the process of respiration takes place. When we talk about increase in respiration takes place, that means there will be more movement of electrons through this very important chain called as the electron transport chain. More the electrons will transfer through this electron transport chain that normally operates on the mitochondrial membrane. There will be more generation of these important structures called as the free radicals. Free radicals are those structures which contain an unpaired electron. They can bind with any kind of the molecule, whether it is a DNA, RNA, protein, or the lipids. So for example, we talk about free radical H2O2, hydrogen peroxide. This has got an antimicrobial activity that is responsible for the fragmentation of that particular type of antigen. ठीक है ना? So this one. But here I would like to mention कि free radicals जो होते हैं, free radicals along with the telomere shortening, TS I will write. TS का मतलब वो telomere shortening. Telomeres are normally the terminal ends of a chromosome. ठीक है ना? Which whose function is that they prevent the fusion of chromosomes with each other. So these telomere shortening plus the free radicals, they are also responsible for this very important mechanism called as the aging. ठीक है ना? So this is called oxygen dependent mechanism. Second is called let me first rub this. For example, you will just keep in mind. Second is called oxygen independent mechanism. Second is called oxygen independent mechanism. Oxygen independent mechanism. So what happens during this is the mechanism that is not dependent upon the concentration of oxygen. Rather, what happens, one is this phagolysosome is formed. What happens, this lysosome basically releases some important enzymes. For example, lysozyme, it releases, for example, it releases this important enzyme called as a defensin. ठीक है ना? And these enzymes have got the antimicrobial activity, and that are also responsible for the fragmentation of this antigen. Now let us talk about it. Just to keep in mind. Now, once the fragments have been formed into this cell cytoplasm, they are settled in the cell cytoplasm. They have not been removed yet, so they can be released by two important process. Either this important process will take place called as the exocytosis, या तो ये प्रोसेस हो जाएगी जिसको हम बेटा बोलते हैं सेल वोमिटिंग प्रोसेस, एक्सोसाइटोसिस. अगर ये नहीं हुई तो फिर एक इंपॉर्टेंट प्रोसेस हो जाएगी. उसके लिए हमारे पास यूटिलाइज हो जाएंगे दो इंपॉर्टेंट मॉलिक्यूल, या जिनको हम बोलते हैं प्रोटीन्स. दोज आर कॉल्ड MHC molecules. So MHC molecules क्या होते हैं basically? MHC molecules are basically the molecules or the proteins that are present in the cytoplasm, and their function is that they display right here, they display the fragment. Now this fragment we can now it call as the epitope, EPITOPE. Epitope is the immunologically active region of that antigen, whereas paratope, the difference between epitope and paratope is basically the part of the antibody on which where the epitope basically binds. So it is basically the epitope and paratope combination. Epitope is a part of antigen, while as paratope is basically part of antibody. So MHC molecules, they display we will now write this epitope to what? To either the T helper cells or to TC cells. ठीक है ना? So let me draw, for example, if this is an MHC molecule called MHC first. Normally there are two types of MHC molecules. One is called MHC first, and second is called MHC second. MHC first is basically the molecule that displays this epitope to the what we call the TC cells. ठीक है ना? While as MHC molecule it displays this epitope to the what we call the T helper cells. For example, let me show you diagrammatically. Let me rub this. For example, if this is this is the further. Let us talk about if it is MHC first. So it will transport this epitope on the plasma membrane, and will, if it is MHC first, I have already told you, MHC first display this epitope to the what we call the TC cells, and TC cells have got their receptor and that will bind with it. ठीक है ना? So once the T cell will get activated, what it will do, TC cell is called a cytotoxic cell because it has got a cytotoxic effect. It will release different types of these important molecules called as the cytokines, and those cytokines will basically degrade this fragment of this antigen. This is the one. Now if this is, for example, second, if this is MHC second here, MHC second for example, ठीक है ना? MHC second, for example, it will also transport the antigen, and it will also display it, for example, to the on the plasma membrane to which type of the cell, to this very important type of the cell, and this cell is called, this cell is called T helper cell. T helper cell is the cell that basically accepts the fragment displayed by the MSC second molecules. Okay, na? So it is a T helper cell. Now here I will also like to mention that TC cell basically contains a glycoprotein called as a CD8 glycoprotein. This T helper cell also contains a glycoprotein called as a CD4 glycoprotein. CD4. C का मतलब वो cluster, D means determinant, cluster determinant, that is basically glycoprotein. So one is the T helper cell will get activated upon accepting the fragment from this MSC second molecule, but it is called T helper cell because it helps somebody. तब अब ये हेल्प किसको कर लेती है, ये बेसिकली हेल्प करती है बेटा इसको, बी सेल को. It helps the B cell to get proliferated into two types of the cells. One is called plasma cell, second is called memory cell. Plasma cell is basically the cell that is responsible for the formation of antibodies, and those antibodies will later on they will try to attack this fragment. As a result it will be eliminated. Whereas memory cell is very important. Memory cell is basically the cell that basically memorizes. It basically memorizes the structure of antigen, so that if the same kind of the antigen again enters into the blood, this time this should be eliminated at a quick rate. Now here I will also like to mention one most important point, that there are certain important molecules which basically accelerate the process of this phagocytosis, that are called opsonins. OPSONINs. Opsonins are basically the molecules